Hey, I'm sober now. You coming home? She said, nope. I said, well, shit. And I remember I hung up on her, but she just thought we lost signal because when you hang up on people on a cell phone now, it ain't like it was in the 90s when you hung up. They knew it. And I remember I sat in that house. I changed all the lights in the house to red. I have those lights you can change the color of. And I changed them all to red, and I labeled the scene Hell because I'm real dramatic that way. And I sat there for a month and a half, and I didn't answer the phone, didn't answer calls, sat in my house, didn't go anywhere. I remember I sat there so long that a buddy of mine finally called me from Texas, and I finally answered his call about a month into it, and he said, did I piss you off? I said, no, sir. And I told him what had happened. He said, Jason, why don't you come home to Texas? I said, okay. He said, when you want to come? I said, tomorrow. Next day, I flew down to Dallas, then to Waco. They picked me up in Waco. We drove to Gatesville, Texas, and every morning for the next week and a half, I'd get up with my guitar, a pack of cigarettes, and a cup of coffee, and I'd go sit with my feet in the water off the dock, looking out at the ranch. And I started getting pissed off, and I called my wife and said, hey, when I get home from this trip, I'll be sober for 30 days now. Are you coming home then? And she said, no. And I hung up on her again, and I thought to myself, I said, you know what, self? That's why I go back home to self. I said, self, if she ain't coming home, then the hell with her. I might as well stick to what I know best. And so I wrote this song to piss my wife off. I hope you like it. Thought I could have been the one to keep you happy. Thought I could have been the one that kept you turned on. That wasn't the problem, by the way. Thought I could have been enough to keep you around. Well, I reckon who I am is why you're gone. 'Cause I know how to be the life of the party. And I know how to drink with all my friends. Who I was what you love. Now you say it's why you live. So I guess I'll just stick to what I know best. Oh, I was gonna show her, y'all. Well, I guess I thought we'd always be together, and we were two-step into the same tune. I thought we were on our way to forever, but before I knew, you went and changed the rules. 'Cause I know how to be the life of the party, and I know how to drink with all my friends. Who I was what you love. Now you say it's why you live. So I guess I'll just stick to what I know best. Want y'all to do me a favor right now, Wisconsin. Please close your eyes and imagine the best guitar solo you've ever heard that I can't play. Let's take a second to clap for some of those solos. Y'all's faces are great. Thank you so much. 'Cause I know how to be the life of the party, and I know how to drink with all my friends. Who I was what you love. Now you say it's why you live. So I guess I'll just stick to while I'm getting over you. Well, I guess I'll just stick to what I know best. Ladies and gentlemen, I called my wife up when I got back home. I said, hey, can you come over so we can talk? She said, sure. She walked in the door, the first thing she said was, why are all these lights red? I said, don't worry about it. She sat down on the couch across from me. I knew that was about to happen. And I said, I wrote a song about you while I was in Texas. She said, you did? I said, I sure did. And I started playing it just like this right here, y'all. And at the very end of it, I hit the last note just like this to drive the point home. By God, I was going to stick it to her. I hope every word of that pissed her off. And ladies and gentlemen, I got a response I wasn't expecting. She laughed at me. And then she shrugged her shoulders and said it's a pretty good song. And I'll be honest with you, I've never been more disappointed in my life in writing a pretty good song because I was really trying to piss her off with that one. And we wound up, I played it for a couple of people. We would be at parties after later on.